As you know from one of my other videos, I've recently learned a new way to do any size cube. It's a lot slower than traditional methods, but it's fairly easy because there are basically only two moves. It's called the ABCube method because the originator of it, inventor of it, shows the sequence of moves on her website and YouTube channel as one set that's an A move and one set that's a B move. And then you have to know the order and you have to know when to use which, but once you learn that, it's really pretty easy. But on an even cube, excuse me, and even a larger cube, possibly the odd ones, I'm not entirely sure, you could end up with what's called a parity. So in her method, what you've done is you've done all of the yellow corners oriented correctly, yellow's up, and they're all in their right places. You've done the white corners, same thing. Then you've done all of the white edges that are all correct, and you've done the yellow edges that are correct, except, excuse these for just a minute because that happened later. I at one point had all of these right, and then I went on to do all of the red, all of the green edges, all of the orange, and all of the blue. And in doing those, I ended up with this, which is, I'm pretty sure, the parity, because I can't figure out how to solve it other than using her parity move, which she does not describe very well to me. So that's why I wanted to do this video of this parity move. So when you have this situation, and you've got basically the blue and yellow on the green side, and the green and yellow on the blue side, or of course you could have opposite red and orange. What you need to do is you need to reposition this one down to here. So you do that with the B moves, which are moving that over, moving that one up and down. And I'm not teaching you those moves here, so you'll just have to go to my other video or trust me on that. This is mostly for my own benefit, of course. And then what you do is with this yellow one that you've moved down to the colored layers here, you have to rotate it 90 degrees in any direction. And then you continue to solve, and that supposedly fixes it. So what we can do, since we're on yellow, and we can look and see if any of these on the yellow that are mixed up, we're not doing centers yet, but so this one has a color instead of a yellow or white, which it does. It's got red and green. So we move the top slice to the red. Again, I'm not going to explain this thoroughly, but then we move this over to the green side with those B moves. And so that's positioned that correctly. Do we have another one on the top? Yes, this has color on it. So we find that color, orange, rotate just the top slice. We want to move it to the green side. Those are B moves. Okay, and then we've got another one on the top that has some color. So we'll move this over orange. We want to move this to the blue side, which is over here. Okay, and then we've got another one. It's red. So we move it, it's already aligned with red. We move it to the blue side. These solving pieces are just like you would solve it normally. And I think that has fixed it. So now all of the yellow edges and corners are correct. All of the white are correct. All of the red, blue, green, and orange. And then you just go about solving the centers, which is basically commutators and her B move. So that's a parity.